Workout started. Steady 7 kilometers at zone 3. Go. Below zone.
I have the auto pause on, but I think it's going to be okay. This is pretty much a non-stop run anyway. I don't think there'll be any GPS shadow here. Garnet Street, Garnet Road. It's funny how you forget whether they're streets, roads or avenues. You just call them by their first name. I'm going to be finishing up on Ghana coming from Richmond. That's right. I'm doing a bigger loop today. It's basically just the golf course plus expanding the loop and finishing up on Richmond. I'm in zone 3. This is good.
Above zone.
Above zone. Well, I'm going to hike in a minute. I have decided where I will start my hike. Just about here. Alright, so while I'm catching my breath, finishing off this last little bit of uphill, I'm going to compliment him and Anthony for their latest submission. 50 minutes, what is it, 1 hour and 10 minutes, and I can see that Jim edited, or in fact he just stopped recording after 35 minutes or so, put in that little piece from Just Plain Dave and finish off the recording with, as I say, 1 hour and 10 minutes. I try not to listen to recordings while I am actually recording. It's quite hard to concentrate on speaking if you're listening to somebody else speaking. So I had to get a couple of podcasts listened to before I set out today for this recording session. When I get back, I will probably have a couple more shows to listen to. I'm not kidding, I listen to about 4 hours of podcasts a day. The advantage of not having a TV. Alright, so this is the highest point for a little while. Top of Wend and Sean Cliff. Clearly, I'm still excited from the start of this run. It is a tricky one because it's uphill. And until the heart gets used to the effort, quite often spikes. Coming up on the 1 kilometer mark. quite soon I'll be on Brayford Road, by then heading towards the golf course. Today's run is going to be half chip, which is great because that is what I'm recording now, the early part.
Time 5 minutes. Distance 0.68 kilometers. Cadence 74. Average heart rate 123. Workout average pace 7 minutes 21 seconds per kilometer.
So the music is almost finished now. The intro music. I like the new format. I'm going to try and maintain some continuity this year. Last year I stabilized the length of my shows. This year I'm going to try and keep some intro and outro music going. So this is the 1 kilometer mark. You won't hear it because the girl is only talking every 5 minutes. The next you'll hear from her will either be above zone or the 10 minute. And we just heard the 5. Excuse me, as I approach Cedar Hill Crossroad. Okay, the lights are changing for me. This is Queensberry Road, leading to King's Pond and the ducks. I didn't bring a camera with me today. I will use some file footage. I have taken so many pictures around here. I really don't need to stop and take my gloves off just to take another picture. Above zone. The advantage now is that it's going to get progressively quieter, and I will be able to hear the announcements clearly. So Jim and Anthony called up Dwayne in the middle of their run, so at one stage there were 3 of them yakking away. Just getting to the top of Queensberry. Should get the 10 minutes quite soon. The wind is biting at my back. Very cold today. probably hovering around the 35 mark, 2 degrees Celsius. Cold wind today. Yeah, they were bundling up into the wind in zone.
Time 10 minutes. Distance 1.37 kilometers. Cadence 79. Average heart rate 156. Workout average pace 7 minutes 14 seconds per kilometer. Below zone.
So the pace is correct. 7:15 or something.
In zone.
Something like that. Heart rate was a little elevated to start the run, but I explained that phenomenon to you the other day. They're drying the greens. Unnecessary noise. There's hardly anybody playing golf now. Why they should need to spend money and pay somebody to drive basically a vacuum cleaner over the green just so they can putt with a little more accuracy. It's not really the accuracy, it's the length of the putt. If the grass is wet, the ball slows down very quickly. Hello, ducks. Yep, there he is again. He always laughs at me as I leave. He's got the loudest voice of the flock. Actually, I don't know if it's a flock of ducks. Could be. It's a collective adjective for ducks. Alright, once on the silent chip, we can hear a pin drop and the man cough.
Below zone.
Below zone. Okay, I'm going to get going in a second. Right about here. So this run will be 2/3 of the golf course. I'll be leaving at Ocean View, heading down to Doncaster, then McRae all the way to Richmond, and along the top on the other side of the Shelbourne Valley, behind Shelbourne Plaza, up by Mount Ptolemy, where I was on Monday. I have a traditional hike coming up very soon. Hi there. See him every time I come here. He always walks, and I walk pretty much every other day. Today, because Wednesday is a recording day, I decided to do the recording on the run. My mind works better when it's getting lots of oxygenated blood. Zone 3. I should be able to hold zone 3 even on a hike.
Below zone.
Sorry, I lied to you. My heart pops back down into zone 2 quite quickly there. As I crest once again. Yet another little hillock on the golf course chip trail. Hello.
Hello.
They put a lot more new chip down here. It's like running on a carpet now. It's about 4 inches of new chip. They probably had to repair some rivulets. That's what happens when there's strong rains. The chip gets washed away in little
15
channels.
minutes. Distance 2.02 kilometers. Cadence 76. Average heart rate 135. Workout average pace 7 minutes 23 seconds per kilometer.
Yep.
In zone.
So everything A-OK, as they say. It's taken 15 minutes
Below zone.
to stabilize the readings. That's okay. Off again. Top of the hill. Cresting and descending. There's going to be a lot of cresting and descending on this run, which is good. It's probably going to end up as the title, Cresting and Descending. As I crest one last time on this side of the golf course. So far, I started the recording when I started the app. So the next timed reminder I will pay attention to for timing for the audio. Now I've got some nice bits of downhill to do. There's some dog people here. Hi. Hello, jogger coming through. Can I get through the middle, please? Thank you.
I had
It's funny. It's always to do with majority rules here. If you have 3 people walking away from you, taking up the whole trail, they choose not to listen to you. Hello. Jogger coming through. Hello. Group of 6 hikers, 3 groups of 2 yakking away as I get to the top of the $1 million hill. There is a noisy section coming up. I will probably pause the recording and take a peek to see what's going on. Hello. As I head down. Bowker Creek headwaters here. I've been noticing a lot of very full creek beds in people's submissions. Lots of full creek beds. This is the mother lode, where all the chip has been stored. I'm going to take a picture of this. But you can see in the picture when it appears that
Auto pause.
they have an endless supply of wood chip here. from all the blowdown, in the area. So now I have a title picture,
Workout resumed.
thank you, for this episode, which I have forgotten. No, Cresting and Descending. That's the name of it. Hello.
Hi.
I know her. She's a harrier. She was well bundled up. I have 3 layers on at the moment. Well,
Time 20 minutes. Distance 2.74 kilometers. Cadence 79. Average heart rate 139. Workout average pace 7 minutes 17 seconds per kilometer. Time for hydration.
okay,
In zone.
20 minutes and I'm in zone, and I'm going down the $1 Million Hill. Having to put the brakes on. This is hurting more than it should. My knees are sore. I need new shoes. My 3 pairs have worn out.
Below zone.
Alright. Below zone and 20 minutes in. So 25 minutes will get me to the rec center and the vanilla ice cream house. So I guess I might as well just keep going with the recording. It's not going to be too noisy today. Hello. There's nothing wrong with a bit of ambient sound. It's all entertaining. I just love audio. What can I say? Hike time, traditional hike as I go under the decorated tree. Hello.
In zone.
In zone. And I'm hiking uphill. If it goes below zone, I will start jogging again. But for the moment, the pace is good. 7:15. Not likely to get much worse. Hello. That woman was out with her carer. She looked like she was not quite in charge of reality, if you know what I mean. She was definitely being guided, physically and mentally guided by her friend, her carer. Obviously she doesn't have mobility issues. She's out in the middle of a 3-kilometer walk. Hello. Hello, doggy. Hi, puppy. Good puppy. And I started running this hill a little early. I don't want to peak my heart too early. I'm now in zone and hiking up the steepest side of the trip trail over here. It'll get back into zone in a second now. It gets still steeper just around here. If I keep pushing the pace, it should go into zone 3. Yep, snowdrops here. As I start my run again. So I can see the vanilla ice cream house from here, straight ahead of me. Pretty soon I'm going to be leaving the trip trail. I'm going to be running on some more asphalt. That's all. But quiet asphalt. Quiet, dry asphalt. So I'm now on Ocean View Road, heading towards Doncaster Drive. I have to go down half a block and then cut across on McCrae. I think that's how it works. Yep. Doncaster down to McCrae, and then McCrae across to Richmond. There is another fairways that I usually park at, but that one I'm going to have to flash by because I'm parked at the one near University Heights on Topaz. I have to keep reminding myself of that. So this is where I cross the street and take McCrae all the way across the valley. So there's recycling in this neighborhood today. My neighborhood was last week. So this area is famous for all the streets being named after poets. McCrae was the name of the farmer who owned the land where the golf course is. This road is called McCrae. So that would have been the 30 minutes. Running past the gates of St. Michael's University School. My friend Jeff is phys ed instructor at that school. I think he's in charge of the whole department. He's been a friend of mine for 15 years. I knew him from when he first got into running ultra marathons. He's done a few. But then again, too few to mention. Alright. I'm going to have to run past some high school students. Jogger behind you. Hello. Thank you. Hi. And I start hiking as well. The last little bit. I don't think they'll catch me. So 35 will put me on Richmond, heading back towards University Heights. And this is the back gates of the school. Actually, that is the entrance gate. Haven't heard any zone changes recently. I think it's just the noise level has drowned out the Ice Smooth Run Girl. So I should be in zone 3 now, heading along the top here, above the school. Yep, it's pretty chilly out here. Just above the freezing point. And with the wind chill, probably bang on freezing. So this last little section is going to be a little noisier than usual. So I'm just going to meditate for a while and leave you with the sound of traffic. As I crest the hill at Mayfair, pretty soon it's going to be downhill all the way back. And then I'll have to look for my outro tapes. Alright, so this is the top of the hill.
Distance 5.53 kilometers. Cadence 78. Average heart rate 140. Workout average pace 7 minutes 14 seconds per kilometer. Time for hydration.
So I checked my recording and I'm running a little bit long, so I decided to take a little break while I chew up the last few miles. Just crossing Christmas Avenue, getting very close to the back of Caroline's place on Mortimer. I'm hoping to get the workout ending on my recording today. I should be able to hit 7 very soon. I'm less than a kilometer from finishing this run. This midweek extravaganza, 36 minutes of nonsense Cresting and descending is the name of the game.
Time 50 minutes. Distance 6.96 kilometers. Cadence 83. Average heart rate 136. Workout average pace 7 minutes 11 seconds per kilometer.
So I'm very close to the end of my
Interval statistics. 50 minutes 12 seconds. Average pace 7 minutes 10 seconds per kilometer. Average heart rate 134.
Okay, so I'll call that a day for the recording as I press the lights to cross Shelbourne for the last time. Bye-bye.